The day my life changed, when I decided in my head that I was gonna become an entrepreneur, that I was committed to it 100%, was when I was working at a law firm. This is my final job before I started my business. I was working at a law firm, and one of the owners of the firm invited me to his neighborhood, and that neighborhood was immaculate. It was on Hilton Head Island. There was no blemish in the neighborhood. The golf course, only the people in the neighborhood could play on the golf course. The HOA, the fees to live in that neighborhood, outside of the cost of your house, was around $30,000 a year. There was canals, massive houses, just 15,000 square foot houses, just mega mansions. And I remember when he was driving me around and showing us where he was living, I remember asking him and saying, how do you get to live in here? Like, how do these people get to live in here? And I don't know why I really asked that question, because to be honest, it's kind of a probing question, and it's not really a great question to ask your boss. But his response changed my life forever. He said, Nate, only the people who live in this neighborhood own businesses to get in here. You cannot get into this neighborhood unless you own something. We have people that own real estate, own sports teams. They own things. They had ownership in a business. They sold the business for millions of dollars. So a $7 million house is nothing compared to the hundreds of millions of dollars that they sold their business for. And it clicked in my head because I knew I wanted to become wealthy. And at that law firm, we'd fly private, go visit clients. We're visiting some of the wealthiest people in the world. And I remember meeting with these business owners, and I realized that they're not different than you and me, that there's nothing really special. A lot of times what really separated them when I would ask their questions is I would say, how'd you start? Tell me about how you started. And it wasn't this, oh, I went to Harvard, I went to Stanford, MIT. No, it was, hey, I got tired of working for somebody else, so I started a business and it took off way faster than I thought. Or I've been doing this for 30 years and I never thought it would be this big. I got thrown off a job site, nobody would hire me, so I started my own company. These answers to me, I was like, I have it all wrong. I thought initially that to become a business owner, you have to be the smartest, you have to be the valedictorian, you have to know every answer. And I quickly learned that it's really the B and C students that become the business owners in our world. It's not the A students. You see, these business owners would go hire the A students to be an employee, but they wouldn't give them ownership. No, that's not how it works. You see, the entrepreneur, the one who takes the risk, who starts the business, who has the ownership, gets the spoils. So I realized that for me to get wealthy, generational wealth, not 2 or 3 million, which respect to people who retire with 2 or 3 million in the bank. You can't really do that much because you're scared of running out of money. But I'm talking 15, 20 million, $30 million plus. How are we gonna get there? We're only gonna get there one way, and that's through owning a business. The richest people in our world today own a business. So in my mindset at that point, I didn't start a business the next day. I didn't get too emotional about it. I just realized that I understand now how the world operates, that those who own become wealthy. And I said, okay, I talked to my wife and I said, hey, we're gonna save money for the next 9 months, then we're gonna start our business. Our business is an insurance agency. We own an insurance agency. We focus in business insurance because that's where I was working before. So it was a niche that I could easily start a business in. But if you need a business idea, I actually have a course on how to find a business idea. For $97, I will go through over thousands of business ideas with you, how to narrow them down to an opportunity actually in your local community. So check that out. I have a link in my bio. But getting back to what I'm talking about, I realized that for us to become wealthy, we have to own. And that's when we saved for 9 months. So I see so many people, they're like, I want to become a business owner. I'm like, well, what are you doing right now? Well, I'm working a job, but I want to become a business owner. It's like, we saved for 9 months. We worked on our website. We worked on everything. We created a massive prospect list. We planned. And then now, over 4 years later, we are making 10 times what we were making before. I have total control over my life. I have freedom. I never thought I would have a Rolex. That was crazy to me. When I saw somebody with a Rolex, have a Rolex on, I was like, that's insane. There's no way. Like, I don't understand how they have that much money. I don't understand. Their parents may have gave them money. And that's the biggest mistake that I see in the middle and lower class, is that they think that to become wealthy, their parents of the rich gave them money, but that's not true at all. I'm here to tell you today that I never received a dime from my parents, and I made it. And we travel all over the world, we do whatever we want. I make money from so many different sources, and it is possible. It is possible for you to step out of the job that you're at. I understand where you're at. I hated being an employee, constantly asking for a raise, always getting shot down. You have a good idea that you think can bring in revenue, but nobody listens to you. Nobody cares. I've been there. I understand it. I understand the feeling in your stomach of, I can do more. I can make more. Why can't I be rich? If these guys can do it, why can't I do it? I understand that. And I'm telling you today that you can do it. Create a plan, follow it, and start your business. The hardest part is stepping out and making the decision to start. Once you step out, you will figure it out. And I'm here to help you out. So if you like this type of content, please hit like and subscribe. This helps me out, and I would be happy to continue to be on your journey as you become an entrepreneur.